Holiday week, Scott Warris courtside. Welcome all of you watching us tonight on ESPN Plus. And of course, always on the radio on News Talk 1130 WISN. Ahmad Clark is at the line and hits the free throw. Fouled by Abram right before the break. Panthers have now put Albany in the bonus. Albany, meanwhile, has only committed 3 fouls in this second half. Second is good for Ahmad Clark. He's 6 of 7 at the free throw line tonight, and now a team-high 16 points. 61-58. Panthers, leading an Albany team, picked to finish 4th in the America East Conference this season. They had 20 wins a season ago. Roy drive, kick corner, Abram. He'll slash, he'll hang in the paint. Banker, no. Cleared by Albany. Milwaukee up by 3. Clark out near midcourt. Healy back to Clark on the give and go, gets to the rim and lays it in with contact but no call, and Milwaukee's lead down to 1. And Ahmad Clark has superseded his average now with 18 points. Here's a drive and Roy got it stripped and stolen. Miller back for Albany. He got it poked out and it ricocheted off the hip of Miller. And that is Carson Warren Newsom disrupting the entire way. Oh my goodness. That looked like a sure two for Rayshawn Miller, and Warren Newsom's athleticism and speed got him back, disrupted, and the ball ricocheted off of Miller's leg. Panthers have it, leading it by 1. Remember that moment in this game. If the Panthers can hang on. A Roy around traffic. He'll pull up from the elbow, and a ceiling scraper is pure. He knew that was in. He started retreating before that one even approached the rim. Darius Roy has come alive in the second half. 13 on the night, 9 since halftime. 63-60 Panthers. 6:09 left. Healy left of the lane, and no on the mid-range jumper. Warren Newsom pulls it down. Carson ranging his way right to left. Off for Wright, guarded by Healy, well beyond the arc. Now for Darius Roy. We go under 6 minutes to play. Panthers up by 3, and they have it. Roy working his way around Luka, and inside, nobody cut to the rim. He was expecting Allen, and it's turned over. Back comes Campbell. He'll lay it in and a foul. Roy was expecting Amir Allen to roll to the rim. He didn't. The pass was thrown right into the waiting arms of Rayshawn Miller. 5:41 to go. And now Albany threatening to tie the game as Devontae Campbell steps to the stripe. 63-62 at the moment. Free throw is good, and it's a tie game. So this has become a 5-minute, 41-second ball game. Carson Warren Newsom, by the way, his second personal right there. 63 apiece. Milwaukee needs a basket here and keep on playing from ahead. Play from the front. Allen, Abram on Campbell. Baseline, Allen, open! And Amir sends it down. Well, that time he cut to the rim. He got paid off and he threw it down. 65-63. Panthers up a deuce. A little over 5 minutes left to play. Both these teams played overtime earlier this week. Milwaukee a win, Albany a loss. Miller, baseline, goes up, blocked by Allen, loose in the paint. Abram snags it. Panthers have an advantage. Forecourt, Warren Newsom to a slashing Abram, and he's fouled as the layup rolls out. Oh, the Panthers. You can really see their athleticism when they get opportunities to rim run. Ahmad Clark picks up his second. 4th against Albany with 4:47 to go, and the officials are going to go to the replay monitor. This, again, one of those situations, as I said, one of those points of emphasis this year is a player going up for a layup, not even necessarily on a breakaway, although that was as close to a breakaway as we've seen tonight on a foul. And they just want to do a better job of protecting players around the rim. And if it means calling more flagrants, if necessary, so be it. Answer your question. That's what you learned. I was gesturing to the PA man. I didn't hear it. Mark Riggs came over and said it's a flagrant 1. So DeAndre Abram is at the free throw line. One more for Dre. And he's 2 for 2 at the line, and the Panthers go up 67-63. So it's those two and now the ball. And now Mark Riggs is over at the scorebook. And now Mark Riggs is over to Coach Will Brown of Albany. And Coach Brown not happy with what he's being told. So it was 2 in the ball. And the pace of this game has come to a screeching halt. But the good news is it's Panthers ball and they're up by 4. Inbound to Vance Johnson, and hey, look, we're playing basketball. Wright off a screen, they close. Bounce it inside the arc, Vance Johnson. Against Adam Luka, out for Abram, 3-ball, DeAndre Abram. A 5-point possession for DeAndre Abram. And Milwaukee goes up by 7 at 70-63. What a turn there. Oh my. 70-63. 4:14 to go. Luka for 3. Banker won't go. Warren Newsom rips it down. He's pushing center seam. Off for Wright. 3-ball bullseye! And Milwaukee's up by 10. Jake Wright has hit his 7th three-pointer. Under 4 minutes to go. And that 3 will bring an Albany timeout. To FIU and North Dakota. Overtime win on Tuesday over LIU Brooklyn. Albany and the inbounds will be lobbed into the backcourt. Ahmad Clark high on the right side. Panthers up 10, under 4 minutes left. Healy pops free from the right wing, clanks a 3 off the back bracket. Luka tried to keep it alive, and it's knocked off of Carson, I think. As I thought, the basketball ricocheted off of Carson Warren Newsom prior to the timeout. So, Great Danes basketball, baseline left beneath their own basket. The lob in for Healy. He'll curl to the free throw line. He'll pop from there. Cam Healy misses that one. Cleared by Milwaukee. 73-63 Panthers. Looking for consecutive wins to send them on their way to Belfast, Northern Ireland next week for a matchup with number 22 Buffalo. The first of 2 games next Friday. That'll be a early start, 4:30 a.m. Central Time. Roy in the lane, poked out, turned over. Here comes the Great Danes on a bust out, and Healy draws the foul, and he'll shoot 2. Stops the clock with 3 minutes and 9 seconds left. And it'll be Vance Johnson. Only the first on Vance Johnson tonight? Yes. Again, the Panthers on a 10-0 run over the last 2-11. And it has taken a 63-all game and given Milwaukee this 73-63 advantage. Albany without a point in 2.5 minutes. And the drought continues for a beat longer here as Cameron Healy missed a free throw. He's a 91% free throw shooter on the season. Just his 2nd miss so far this year. That one is good. 73-64. That snaps the Panthers' 10-0 run. Healy with 15 points for Albany. 3 minutes to go in the game. Wright in the corner with a shot fake. His career high in a single game, talking about Jake Wright, 22 points. He's got 21 and a career high tying 7 threes. 8 to shoot. Roy. Warren Newsom facing up Miller, steps back, looks at the shot clock. He'll rise over Miller. No good off the heel, and DeAndre Abram is over the back of Devontae Campbell. Oh, not smart by DeAndre. Campbell had position, rebounding position. He had the ball. Abram tried to use that long right arm and poke it back, and it's just not the best decision in that situation. You weigh the risk reward on a play like that. And the risk is just too great. You put Albany at the line now with the clock stopped. 2:38 to go. Devontae Campbell missed the free throw, so Campbell somewhat cooperates. 73-64. Albany without a field goal in over 3 minutes. They've only hit 2 free throws in that time. 73-65. 2:35 to go. Light pressure in the backcourt. Warren Newsome splits 2 defenders, and Rayshon Miller is all over him. He's got a befuddled look on his face, but that was a clear foul. It's the first on Miller. It's only the 5th on Albany. So they've got 1 more to give before the Panthers are at the line with 2.5 to go. Milwaukee ball up by 8. Warren Newsome deep on the left. Picked up by Luka, somewhat bumped. Jump pass to the far side, Abram. Now 10 on the shot clock. Back for Roy with 8. He'll drive on Ely. In the paint, finger roll lay-in. 75-65 as Darius Roy beats Cameron Healy. 75-65 Milwaukee. 2 minutes to go. Quickly racing, and an and one coming for Ahmad Clark. Oh, he's quick. As Carson Warren Newsom picks up his 3rd. Ahmad Clark with 20 points here tonight. And at the line looking for his 21st. Finds it. Timeout Albany. 2:01 to go. Roy back into double figures. He is now 6 for 6 in terms of being in double figures in his first 6 games. Full court pressure employed on the timeout by Albany. Johnson in the corner. Vance is in trouble, and a tie-up and an arrow keeps it with Milwaukee as Ahmad Clark reached in, tied up Vance Johnson. 1:57 to go. Now it'll be Carson Warren Newsom to inbound in the backcourt. But backcourt corner right, and now the officials will huddle it up again. Honacki wants to make sure that they're good with the clock, I assume. Must be. 27 on the shot clock, 1:57 on the half clock, on the game clock. Roy catches the inbound, and he is bumped and fouled by Ahmad Clark. Clark gives the foul, his 3rd, but they had that last one to give. So that was the last to give. Milwaukee still isn't shooting with 1:54 to play. Warren Newsom to throw it in. And he's got to stay in that position. He can't run the baseline. Toss it into Vance Johnson, right back to Carson. Touch pass to Roy. Nice job by Vance Johnson. He was sandwiched in the corner. He got rid of that pass, got rid of that ball on a pass right away. Well done. 1:40 left. Milwaukee ball up by 7 here. 13 on their shot clock. Vance Johnson between the circles. Vance puts it on the deck with a couple of dribbles. Off for Roy. Left of the lane. Off to the wing. No, he'll keep it. 3 to shoot in the corner. Darius Roy, baseline. Got it! That was a tough one. Defender in his face. Baseline left. 77-68. Roy with 17. Clark in the corner. Heaves a 3. Abram rebound on the miss. Milwaukee ball up by 9. 1:04 to go. Roy breaks midcourt. Will Brown, Albany head coach, wants pressure. Bullet pass for Wright. Back for Abram. 13 to shoot, 50 seconds left. Milwaukee up by 9. Jake Wright with 8 on the shot clock. 35 feet away, got past the defender. Free throw line, pull up, got it! And a career high for Jake Wright. 23 points on this evening. 79-68 Milwaukee. Up 11, 37 seconds to go. Luka between the rings, left of the top. Campbell rolls off a 3. Rebound Clark, he's undercut by Warren Newsom and fouled with 29.4 to go. Well, it would appear right now as if the Panthers are in prime position to win for the second consecutive game. And this would be a sweet taste in their mouths as they board that flight, that long flight to Northern Ireland in a couple of days. Again, Albany is headed to Northern Ireland as well. LIU Brooklyn will be there. The Panthers' last two opponents are part of this Basketball Hall of Fame Belfast Classic. Panthers just the host school for a couple of campus site games ahead of time. Clark hits the free throw. 22nd point, but it likely will not be enough at this point. And now, delay of game warnings against both teams. So the penalties offset and they'll replay the down, right? Everybody gets delay a game. You get a delay a game. You get a delay a game. Second free throw is good. Second free throw good for Ahmad Clark. And now, baseline right. It'll be Warren Newsom, and he can run the baseline, bounce it into Roy. D. Roy up the right sidelines, and he's fouled with 26.8 seconds left. They'll give the foul, Adam Luca, third. Cameron Healy checks in. Malachi D'Souza was out there on that defensive possession, if you will. And Darius Roy at the line. 17 for Roy. He has hit his only free throw tonight. Panthers as a team, another good night at the line, 5 of 6, but he misses that one. Can't earn the bonus. Panthers by 9, 24 seconds left. Quickly in transition, here's Miller missing a 3. Rebound Vance Johnson. Outlet for Jake Wright. He's got numbers, but the shot clock is off, and he will pull it out. Panthers will dribble out a win, a second consecutive win. 79-70 with the clock draining, and the Panthers will feel very good about themselves as they head off to Belfast, Northern LIU Brooklyn on Thursday. The team Milwaukee beat a couple of days ago. It will be a jump between Hank and Allen. The Milwaukee Panther wins the tip. As I say, the Panthers work to my right here in this first half. Both teams shooting opposite their own benches. Abram deep on the right side to Jake Wright. Wright off a hard screen set by Arthur Williams into the hands of Allen. Now to Abram, jump pass Arthur Williams, under 10 on the shot clock, into the hands of Roy. At the top, D. Roy pops a 3, glances off the side of the rim. Look at Amir Allen fighting for a rebound in the corner, but he loses his balance, lost the ball, and it will go. He never really had possession, mind you, but it will go to Albany. Panthers coming in, allowing 76.6 points per game. Albany scoring 69.6. Panthers at 70.2 scoring. Albany allowing 68. And at the top, here's a 3-ball that goes for Luca. Adam Luca, the redshirt freshman from Sydney, Australia, buries that 3-pointer. Luca has the ability to pop every once in a while from deep, that's for sure. He's attempted 7, but that was only his second make, so he hasn't been shy about shooting. He just hasn't been that successful so far. Allen spinning, hooking, missing. Abram can't get the tip to go. Loose baseline, and DeAndre fighting a second time is the last to touch it. And so it will go Albany's way. So Panthers play defense keys tonight. Good ball screen coverage. And block out these bigs. Albany has some size in the low post. Here's Luca on a give and go, and he'll lay it in with the left hand, and the first 5 points of the game belong to Albany. 90 seconds gone by. Panthers on offense. As Wright at the top buries the 3 to get Milwaukee on the board. 5-3 Albany, but on offense they're going to have to swing the basketball, use both sides of the floor, try to get some of those bigs to spread out and vacate the lane. Here's a jumper that's missed by Healy, cleared by Milwaukee, down 2 early. Wright in the corner, shot fake, steps to his left, pops, and hits another 3. Well, Jake Wright was out here pretty early tonight, working on his three-point shooting. And so far it's paid off. It's 6-5 Milwaukee off the right. Back-to-back threes. Baseline, here's Clark. He'll swing left side to Campbell. And Campbell misses from 3, but an offensive rebound for Albany. Now Clark, I beg your pardon. Back up top into the hands of Devontae Campbell. Devontae Campbell's the only holdover from the starting lineup a season ago in a team that won 20 games. At the elbow on the left, Luka jumper off the mark. Loose to the far side. Jake Wright lost his balance and then threw it away. I don't know if he was tripped or got his feet tangled up with Brent Hank in the scramble for the rebound, but Wright was sprinting for the rebound in front of the bench. A loose ball, lost his footing, and then had to just throw it behind him, and it went out of bounds. Vance Johnson, the first Panther off the bench tonight, replaces Amir Allen in the lineup. 17-18 to go, first half. Panthers up 6-5, thanks to a couple of Jake Wright three-pointers. Here's Luka, top of the key. Healy off a screen, angles in the corner. Back up, Albany working into the hands of Clark. Ahmad Clark, step back, just inside the arc, hits the shots. Pretty smooth touch for the junior from Maryland. 3 minutes gone by, first half, 7-6 Albany. Darius Roy at the top, tosses to Wright, another one on the way, and Jake buries it again. How about this? Jake Wright, 3 of 3 to start the night. His best start to a game this season by hitting his first 3 threes. 9-7 Milwaukee. Panthers come in hitting a little over 7 threes a game. An answer attempt by Healy won't go. Offensive rebound, though, for the Great Danes, and they'll reload. 3 ball at the top. That's missed. Ahmad Clark tried a deep one, and it wouldn't go. And here comes Abram, pushing in transition. Back for Wright. Heat check. Oh, off the back bracket. No good, but it was online. Just a little bit too strong for Jake Wright, who tried starting 4 of 4 from downtown. Milwaukee up by 2. 4 minutes gone by here in this first half. Clark, dribble handoff to Healy. Looks to turn the corner on Wright. Now to Campbell, high on the right side. Devontae Campbell, little jab step, and he carried. That jab step led to has a point game on his resume as a member of the Miami of Ohio Redhawks. Is 3 of 4 to start the night. He is their offense, and he's handling it right now at the top. With Abram between the circles, Panthers still on offense at my right in the home goals for just the 3rd time this season. Arthur Williams drives on Luka, skip corner, there's Jake Wright, and Jake Wright hits again. Look out, it could be one of those nights for Milwaukee's best threat from downtown. He has 12 on 4 of 5 from downtown. Panthers up 12-7. Hand off to Clark, Ahmad Clark on a jump pass to Rayshawn Miller, who just checked in, clanks a 3, and we have a loose ball. Milwaukee Panthers foul, or is it against? Oh no, it's Albany, I beg your pardon. It is Luka. Couldn't tell the way the official was pointing if it was on Milwaukee or if it was on Albany. It goes against Adam Luka. As I said a couple of minutes ago, if you missed the starting lineups, Luka, a starter from Australia. Campbell, a starter from Canada. Healy from Australia. Hank from Australia. 4/5 of their starting lineup from outside the American borders. Go figure. Pass to Vance Johnson from Darius Roy. Turned over. A little bit too hot to handle for Vance Johnson, and the Panthers give it away for the first time tonight. He did a really nice job after halftime on Tuesday of hanging onto the rock. He only had 1 turnover in the final 25 minutes. Remember, there was an overtime session as well, and now Vance Johnson picks the pocket of Clark. They've got a 4-on-1. DeAndre Abram rolls to the tin, and Milwaukee works in transition beautifully off the steal by Vance Johnson. So Abram, the first Panther not named Jake Wright, to score so far tonight. And the Panthers on an 8-0 run, doubling up the Great Danes early here at 14-7. Milwaukee shooting 5 of 8 from the field. Here's Campbell for three. That's an air ball. Panthers get it as the ball caroms out. Good start for Milwaukee tonight. Williams leaves for the Panthers. So does Abram. Will Sessoms, one of the brightest spots off Milwaukee's bench so far in the young season, is in. And you talk about bright spots, Carson Warren-Newsome. Off a career best 21 on Tuesday. Now on the floor. He and Roy led Milwaukee with a combined 48 of the 92 in the victory over LIU Brooklyn. 13 to shoot. Here's Carson at the top, navigating top of the key. Now to Vance Johnson. He'll pop for three. He'll roll it off. Good look for Vance. He's not shy about shooting, and he had a good look. He can hit from time to time. Ahmad Clark quickly into the front court. Now left of the lane. This is Brent Hank backing down Johnson. He wants no part of it, though, and they'll kick it back out. Into the hands of Clark. Picked up the dribble, bounce speed, left of the lane. Luka, hot early, spinning a couple of times, and he'll baby hook that one in. Adam Luka with 7 of Albany's 9. Milwaukee up by 5 at 14-9. Luka averages 6 a game. He's already got 7 in less than 7 minutes tonight. Vance Johnson backing down his defender, goes off the window and scores over Brent Hank. Vance Johnson, first tally for him. 16-9, Milwaukee back up by 7. They've hit 6 of their last 8 shooting. Ahmad Clark around the horn. Campbell now slices his way into the lane. Spins over Warren-Newsome, misses it off the heel. Pinball rebound comes to the Panthers. Carson pushing right sidelines. Panthers had a couple of slow starts here this season. Not tonight. Jake Wright hits again. Jake Wright leads. Amir Allen checks back in for the Panthers. Vance Johnson has a seat. But it is Albany on offense with Ahmad Clark, Adam Luka, Cameron Healy. Kendall Lauderdale is in off the bench now for the Great Danes, and Lauderdale handling it top of the wheel. Left side for Rayshawn Miller. He's the 5th Great Dane on the floor. Clark shows it, drives in from the left, blocked by Amir Allen. It comes to Jake Wright, who then gets it poked out from behind, and Milwaukee turns it over for the second time tonight. Maybe the only blemish on Jake Wright's line so far tonight, right there. 15-footer left side, that is no good for Adam Luka. He was hot early, now he's starting to cool off a little bit. Already has 7 though. Warren-Newsome into the front court, lob to the rim. Allen corrals at the block. He'll pass it out to Darius Roy. Refeed Allen, knocked off his knee, collects it in the deep corner. 15 on the Panthers shot clock, 11:30 on the first half clock. A basket here, the Panthers would have their largest lead of the night. Darius Roy out at the top, 30 feet away. Drives left on Lauderdale. Baseline, finds Allen with 1, turns, shoots, and scores. An efficient possession if I've ever seen one. Amir Allen, after Darius Roy's penetration, Allen caught the pass, had time, poised, shot, with the shot clock running down. First basket tonight for Amir. Panthers up 12, now it's back to single digits. Healy buries a 3. It's the second 3 made by Albany tonight. They're 2 of 8 from downtown. 21-12. The Panthers 5 of 8 shooting from downtown. That's the early storyline. And the 3-point shooting for Milwaukee will spread out the defense. It'll draw them out a little bit more than they might like to play. That opens up things inside. Albany has size, and they can clog up the paint. Roy drives, banker, no good, and it comes down to Clark and Albany. Clark up the center seam, right side to Healy, steps to his left. Jake Wright doesn't give him any room. Healy will drive, nope, he'll pass, deflect it. 20 on the shot clock, and the Great Danes keep the possession. Panthers doing a nice job getting into some passing lanes so far in this first half. Clark, drive, kick, Luka for 3, off the back bracket, and Warren-Newsome using that great athleticism to collect the rebound. Rebounding is tied so far tonight, 8-8. Allen inside from Warren-Newsome, and it's 23-12. And Amir Allen feasting on the inside thanks to the work of Roy on the last trip and Warren-Newsome on that trip. 9:40 left in this first half, and the Panthers are 64% shooting from the field. Luka at the top, guarded by Sessoms. 13 to shoot. Finds Miller along the wing. Now inside for Luka, draws a triple team. Lauderdale at the free throw line, hits one over Allen. That's not easy. Lauderdale from California. I know what you were thinking. He's not from there. 23-14 Milwaukee. Up by 9. 9:12 to go. Wright driving. He got it blocked by Lauderdale. Give and go from Roy, and Lauderdale closed. Deep three. Straight on Clark. Oh, goodness, he buried it. A good 6 feet beyond the arc. Straight on. Ahmad Clark with 5, and just like that, it's a 6-point game. Roy deep on the right, up top Sessoms. He'll rise over Luka, in and out on the 3. Oh, a good look for Will, and the iron just would not take it down. 23-17, and now as they try to feed Luka in the lane from behind, they will get Will Sessoms. It's the first Panthers foul of the night. How about that? Trio of fresh Panthers on the floor. Arthur Williams, Abram, and Johnson. For Wright, Sessom, and Allen. Meanwhile, for Albany, Devontae Campbell, the defensive stalwart, is on the floor. Campbell, a 2-time America East All-Defensive Team member, and the lone holdover from last year's starting 5. Albany on offense at my left, as I see it. High on the right side, it's Campbell holding. Off a screen, Healy. They close on him, and that's wise. Ahmad Clark, dribble it off his foot, 10 to shoot. Plenty of time for Albany. Healy deep on the right wing. Lauderdale, elbow, 13-footer is good. So Kendall Lauderdale now hitting mid-range jumpers. He averages 4.2 a game. He's at his average. 4-point lead for Milwaukee. 7 straight for the visiting Great Danes in the last 73 seconds. 8 minutes to go in the half. Arthur Williams tried to skip pass, and Lauderdale disrupted and forced Bobby to turn it over on a traveling violation. Vance Johnson back on the floor for Milwaukee. Amir Allen on the bench. Albany with the possession. And Ahmad Clark navigates to the corner, hits Healy at the wing. They've done a nice job of closing Healy out along the perimeter. Lauderdale has been hot the last couple of minutes. Baby hook short, and Vance Johnson clears the rebound for Milwaukee. That is the Panthers' 9th rebound so far tonight. See if Milwaukee can snap this little drought here. Mini drought, just about 2.5 minutes or so, nothing major. D. Roy driving on Clark, skips it to a wide open Abram for 3. Ring it up for Dre. 6th three-pointer by Milwaukee in this first half. Keep in mind, as I said a few minutes ago, their high watermark as a team this year, 9 made threes. 26-19 Panthers. Here's Clark in the lane. Lauderdale, 15-foot jumper short. Well, I said he had 4 quick ones. He hit his average, and he hasn't hit since. Panthers up 7 with the possession. Under 7 to go in this first half. As Milwaukee looking to get a 2nd consecutive win on the season. Vance Johnson skip pass. Poor decision taken by Healy along the baseline. 4th Milwaukee turnover of this opening session. Clark in the lane. Underhand scoop, no, but right there, Devontae Campbell to clean it up and put it in. Great rebounding skill in Devontae Campbell. He's their top rebounder. Well, he and Adam Luka tied at just under 7 a game. 26-21. Panthers by 5. 6:20 to go in this first half. Roy drive, kick back Johnson. They play off of him. Vance is going to have an opportunity or two to sting them from deep, I think, tonight. Roy just inside the arc. Long 2. No. Albany clears. 26-21 Milwaukee. We hit the 6-minute mark of this first half. Clark. Drive, kick, Healy 3. That will not go. Abram clears. Outlet Warren Newsom. CWN, after a little hesitation, takes it strong with the left hand. And the sophomore's on the board for the first time tonight. 28-21, Milwaukee, as they have for the most part this year, getting good scoring distribution. 5 different players have scored in this first half. 28-21 Milwaukee, a little over 5.5 to go in the first. Lauderdale on the back down back out for Healy. 10 now on the Great Dane shot clock. For Ahmad Clark, another deep three straight on, and he buries it again. Whew. Not quite as deep as the one he hit earlier, but still a few feet beyond the three-point line. 28-24, Milwaukee by 4. These teams have combined 10 of 22 shooting from the arc so far tonight. Abram at the top against D'Souza, who's just checked in, to the corner for Arthur Williams. Speaking of threes, Bobby Arthur Williams joins the party. That is the 7th three now for the Panthers in this opening half. Albany head coach Will Brown shaking his head. Hasn't seen the Panthers shoot like this from deep in the first half all year on film. Healy tries to answer and does. So Cameron Healy now as this three-point contest rolls on in front of us. 31-27, Panthers still up by 4. 4:25 remaining in the half. Roy turns the corner, floats way off the mark. Defender went down. Lauderdale tried to draw the charge, didn't get the call. Albany pushing right to left. Devontae Campbell in the lane. Bounce to the corner. Guarded by Warren Newsom. Now to the top for Campbell. To Ahmad Clark. A deep three again. This one off the front rim. Won't go. He had a couple of deep ones straight on. That was a left wing shot. Warren Newsom snags a skip pass that almost went out of bounds by Roy. Carson on Lauderdale. Up top for Roy. D. Roy in from the left. Hangs, shoots, won't go. 31-27. Panthers up by 4. The sharpshooter, Jake Wright, jogging to the scorer's table. He'll come in at the next whistle. We'll have a timeout at the next whistle as well. Healy for 3. Hit another one. Turn the corner. Arthur Williams was trailing, and Cameron Healy doesn't need much space. Healy has 9, and it's a 1-point game. Panthers have led by as many as 11 in this first half. 6th three for Albany tonight. 31-30. Panthers lead now down to the slimmest of margins. Warren Newsom on Healy. One-hand shot off the glass is good. Using that athleticism, Carson Warren Newsom. Kind of a catapult type shot with his right hand. 33-30. Panthers up by 3. Healy, baseline, Clark, Lauderdale goes up, lost it, pulls it down, shot fake, 13 to shoot, out for Healy. His 3 rolls off, and a weak side rebound to Milwaukee. Who is that over there? That's Abram. Outlet Newsom to Roy, low on the right, layup good. Transition basketball. Maybe the best fast break Milwaukee has run this season on that particular trip. 35-30. Panthers up by 5. That's the first points for D. Roy, by the way. Panthers leading scorer this year at 18 plus a game. 2:15 to go in the first. Turning the corner is Clark, and he's fouled shooting a 3. Oh, he has been a problem from deep. Didn't hit it this time, but he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. As Carson Warren, he has 5 made threes all told so far in this game. Panthers up by 5. Ahmad Clark is at the line for Albany. He's shooting 3 free throws. He was fouled by Carson before the timeout. All the stats pretty much even. Milwaukee, though, 12-6, the advantage points in the paint. As Ahmad Clark hits the first 2, he'll get another. 35-32. Scoring in triplicate in fashion so far tonight inside Panther Arena, and Clark is a perfect 3 of 3. So Clark a quick 11. Seems quick anyway. 3 of 7 shooting. And he'll get a breather. Let's see if Milwaukee can make a little bit of a push here. Up 2 with Clark sitting down. Wright, Abram, Roy, Allen, and Sessoms on the floor for the Panthers. Allen out near the top, handoff Wright. Now Healy's in his shorts. I'd imagine that's what Jake Wright's going to see the rest of the night, the way he has started. 8 to shoot, Abram navigating way out near the top. DeAndre's going to drive right of the lane, hang, shoots, tried to bank it in and wouldn't fall. They really kept Milwaukee at bay, kept them out along the perimeter, and the best DeAndre Abram could do was a little push shot right of the lane. Panthers up 2. Albany at the top with Luka. Turns down an open three. Guarded by Sessoms. Bounce it off from Miller, left of the circle. Healy off a screen, right of the lane. Luka going to work on Sessoms. Backs him down. Step through. Left-hand banker, and the game is tied. Luka with 9. Healy with 9. Luka with 9. Clark has 11. The leading scorers for Albany so far tonight. Jake Wright with 15. Milwaukee's leader. Roy in the lane. Hangs, shoots, and breaks the tie. Darius Roy with 4. 37-35. 55 seconds left in this first half. A well-played first half. Panthers have led pretty much the entire way. About 16 or so minutes of this first half. 3 ball, left wing, and it goes for Rayshawn Miller. And just like that, they haven't had it often, but Albany now takes the lead. 38-37. They and the Panthers have hit 7 3-pointers. Darius was midcourt. Takes a 37 here. Sessoms inbounding, front court right. Back for D. Roy. 22 on the shot clock for Darius Roy. Bounce it off for Sessoms, deep on the right. Guarded by Luka. Puts the ball on the floor, now to Roy. 15 to shoot, 25 to play in the half. Picked up by Luka. Roy turns the corner, lob to the rim. Allen goes up and blocked from behind, fouled from behind. Malachi D'Souza, his first, and that is only the second against Albany. I love the pass to Amir Allen. He caught it, and then he brought it down waist high. Can't do that. If you catch high, keep it high. Don't bring it down. He brought it down. If nothing else, that bought the defender, in this case D'Souza, just a second or so longer to disrupt, and he makes Amir earn it at the line, and Allen hits the first free throw. 20.3 seconds left. D'Souza sits. Back on the floor is Devontae Campbell. Also back on the floor is Ahmad Clark for Albany. Allen drops in both free throws. So Amir Allen with a 6-point first half. Sessoms will leave. Bobby Arthur Williams comes in. Shot clock is off. Albany appears as if they'll work for the final shot of this first half. Panthers up 39-38. It's in the hands of Clark. Right at the top, jump pass. Luka, corner left, 3-ball, Miller, and he hits it. Rayshawn Miller hits the 3. 3 seconds left. Panthers down 2. D. Roy from midcourt launches. It's online, but just off the mark. He will have the first possession, and they have Devontae Campbell. They have Ahmad Clark, Cameron Healy, Brent Hank, and Luka's out there too. Yep, Adam Luka. Albany now shooting at my right as I see it in the road purple jerseys in front of their own bench now in the second half. Healy at the top, Roy's in his shorts. Picked up by Allen on the switch now, left at the top. Ahmad Clark. Little dribble, crossover, toss right side, and Luka wasn't there. Ahmad Clark faked out his teammate. Adam Luka had already started his cut to the rim, and he wasn't there along the wing to catch the pass. Just the third Great Danes turnover tonight. Milwaukee with the ball, down by 2 here at my left, in front of their bench now. Wright off a screen, buries another one. Jake Wright, 6-3. He has 18 points. His career high, 7 in the made threes department, by the way. And the second half starts the way the first half did, with a Jake Wright deep one. Clark at the top, Ahmad Clark, working against Roy. Gives up the ball in the lane. Campbell hangs, shoots. Glasser won't go. And the ball comes to Albany. And the kick out for Clark. Misses an open 3 from the wing. And on the inside, we'll have a loose ball foul. And it goes against the Panthers. With 18:56 to go in the game, and Milwaukee back in front 42-41. And it's a hold against DeAndre Abram. A couple of themes from the first half that were very encouraging. Only 4 turnovers for the Panthers. Only 2 fouls committed by Milwaukee, and obviously the 3-point shooting. And now the officials are going to go to the replay monitor on this loose ball foul. Albany 47%. Panthers were out rebounded 15-13, not free throws, I beg your pardon. The loose ball foul, I know better than that. I apologize for that. Backdoor Clark to the rim, and he missed the land. Panthers, Arthur Williams was there, Abram was there contesting, and they forced the no-foot miss by Ahmad Clark. That's rare. Panther ball in a one-point game. Just underway, second half. Roy for three. Off the heel, Arthur Williams rebound. Kick out for D. Roy. Drive, swing to the wing. Abram three, ring it up for Dre. And there is the ninth made three by Milwaukee tonight. Oh, the three ball raining and really making Milwaukee's offense as smooth and as fluid as we have seen it all season. 45-41. 6 quick ones for the gold-clad Panthers on this night as Clark turns the corner, gets to the rim, left the curl shot short. Battle for the board. Who wants it most? Arthur Williams is on the floor. Allen is on the floor. Luka on the floor for Albany. And it's a held ball and the arrow to the Panthers. So that explains the stoppage, for which I otherwise could not understand. 45-41 Milwaukee. 2 minutes gone by, second half. Panthers from downtown now 9 of 14. Roy, elbow, pass, Abram, shot fake from deep. Scoop pass right of the lane. Amir Allen going to work on Brent Hank, goes baseline, and it ricochets off of Brent Hank. Panthers keep with 11 on the shot clock, 17:42 on the game clock. And Darius Roy will do the honors of inbounding it here. Allen, corner, right back for Roy. Attacks the lane, swings to the corner for the Abram three, around and out. Second time tonight, Milwaukee is at a three-point shot. Get about 2/3 of the way in and skip out. Shot fake for Campbell, attacks, now retreats, keeping the dribble alive. And Darius Roy comes out and bumps Ahmad Clark out near the top. D. Roy had his momentum going and couldn't stop in time before he rolled into Clark. Only the first on Darius Roy. 17:20 left. Panthers up by 4. 20 on the shot clock for Albany. Healy close on him. Now Clark, little weave out near the top, picked up by Allen on the switch. In the lane, jump pass, Healy fakes the three, fades up a baseline 15-footer, and hits that one smoothly. Man, he's got a sweet stroke. Cameron Healy, the redshirt freshman from Sydney, Australia. 16.4 points per game. 45-43. Milwaukee up by 2. Healy tonight has 11. Panthers have Jake Wright in double figures with 18. He'll launch a contested three and leave it short. That time Healy was right in his face. Back comes Albany, left to right. Rayshawn Miller, Campbell. Now to Clark on the wing. Drives on Roy, leans one up and banks it in to tie it at 45. Ahmad Clark with 13, 45 apiece. 16:22 to go in the game. Roy right through traffic, and the left-hand finger roll layup is good. Oh, what a quick move for Darius Roy. Right through a pack of Great Danes. 47-45, Panthers have the lead. 16:02 to go. Clark goes up and, forcing matters, draws the foul, and the call is going to be on the pass or the shot. Steve Honacki had the call, and he indicated on a pass. Now Mark Riggs, the official out near the top on the far side or so, is going to overrule him and say it was on a shot. So it is on the shot. And they'll tag it to Amir Allen. It's only his first. As we've talked about tonight, Clark hits the free throw. One of the few times so far tonight, or so far this season, that Pat Baldwin has not had to play the substitution game based on foul trouble for his men. Not at all. Only 5 fouls by Milwaukee in this game total to this point. Second free throw missed by Clark, and Milwaukee leads it by 1, 47-46. Albany was a perfect 4 of 4 before that miss at the line. Panthers are 2 of their only 2 at the line tonight. 13 to shoot. Darius Roy with Panthers at my left in front of their bench. Now Johnson, little shimmy jumper, mid-range, won't go. And did it deflect off one of the Great Danes? Pat Baldwin is saying absolutely. And we'll have a timeout. Had a great one. 47-46, Milwaukee the lead, Albany the basketball. Clark, Healy, now Miller. Hits Healy between the rings, steps to his right, to Clark. Ahmad Clark to the corner, long two, that's going to be short. Launched over there by Devontae Campbell. 15-15 to go in the game. Milwaukee up by 1. They trailed by 2 at halftime. Led by 11 in the first half on their three-point shooting early and often. Arthur Williams in the lane, lost it. First, second half turnover for the Panthers. Their fifth outlet pass, and Darius Roy disrupts, knocks it into the cheerleaders. And Darius Roy negates what looked like a fast break, sure two for Albany. Bobby Arthur Williams will leave. Will Sessoms checks in. Under 15 to play. 27 on the Great Danes shot clock. Inbounds for Clark. Turns, shoots, misses an open 15-footer. Sessoms, immediate impact on the floor when he comes in every time now. Rebound for Will there. Roy at the top, and an illegal screen set by Will Sessoms in an attempt to free D. Roy. Well, we talked about some of the points of emphasis a few moments ago when officials were looking at the monitor, one of those being protecting players on clear path fouls or potential undercutting around the rim. They'll double look at that. Another thing that's been an emphasis this year in college basketball is illegal screens, specifically on that dribble handoff and making sure that player is set legally. We've seen that called a lot, not only from against Milwaukee, but against the opponents as well. Had it right there against Sessoms. Healy, Lauderdale, blocked! Sessoms or Abram, I can't tell who it was. They both reached him at the apex of his shot. But a stop inside. Lauderdale, I think he had sure hopes of a two. 14 plus to go. Johnson, baseline, disrupted and knocked out by Ahmad Clark. He is a pest on defense, isn't he? Wow. (47-46) Milwaukee, 14-15 to go. 14 on the shot clock. Abram inbounding, front court, corner left. Out of Darius Roy. 8 on the shot clock. D. Roy, left wing, double team. Launches to Sessoms, who launches a three. Ring it up with 2 on the shot clock. A season high in threes now for Milwaukee. That is number 10 on the evening as Will Sessoms joins the three-point barrage. His first points. 50-46 Panthers, 13:45 to play in this one. Panthers 10 of 17 from deep, but the answer for Cameron Healy. Oh goodness, Healy has hit 4 threes himself. He's got a team high 14. He and Clark tied now in that category as Roy on a 1-point lead is called for an offensive foul on a push-off. Second against Darius Roy. Panthers turn it over for the 6th time. 13:26 to go. Milwaukee gives it back to Albany, and Milwaukee in danger of relinquishing the lead. Carson Warren Newsom to the scorer's table. He'll come in at the next stoppage. Miller, high on the right. Rayshawn Miller to the corner. Luka, shot fake, drive, kick up top. This is Healy. Wright is in his face. Healy pulls up, left it short, and a cleared rebound for Vance Johnson. Oh, great defense out there by Jake Wright. Sometimes a three-point shooter knows how to guard a three-point shooter. Lob to the basket, and Vance Johnson, a little lay-in there. On the give to the rim, 52-49 from Will Sessoms. Vance has 4, Milwaukee up by 3. Whistle off the ball, and we have an offensive foul. An illegal screen sent by the Great Danes, Adam Luka. Abram leaves for the Panthers. Carson Warren Newsom checks in. If you missed it early, no Bryce Barnes, the junior guard, out tonight. Finger sprain of the right ring finger. Had to fight through it on Tuesday night, unable to go tonight. First time Milwaukee has had a regular miss a ball game due to injury on the season. They've been a pretty healthy squad. Left of the lane, Johnson on Lauderdale, hook in the lane, counted and one. Vance Johnson has the last 4 for Milwaukee. And he'll try to make it the last 5 as he steps to the line. First foul against Kendall Lauderdale tonight. It is the 5th. Check that. 2nd. My eyes drifted to the wrong end of the scoreboard here. Only the 2nd against Albany. And Lauderdale will leave, by the way. Devontae Campbell back on the floor now for Albany, as Vance Johnson toes the line, short on the free throw. So Milwaukee's lead stays at 5, 54-49, 12-12 to go in the second half. Panthers at 1-4, Albany at 2-3. Luka inside, his hook is good on Vance Johnson. Little chicken hook, or chicken wing I should say, to get the hook shot off. Chicken wing to the hook shots. Luka's first second half points, he has 11. Panthers lead down to 3. Johnson leans one up on Campbell, and good defense inside by Campbell, and Johnson misfired. Back comes Albany with Ahmad Clark. Under 12 to play in the game. Panthers up 3. Left of the top. Campbell 4-3, around and out. Battle for the board. Campbell gets the deflection, misses the scoop lay-in, and the whistle comes late. Oh, goodness. A Panthers foul and a blocking foul against Will Sessoms. That will be number 3 on a season best 10 of 17 from 3. Before the timeout, Devontae Campbell was fouled. He's been quiet offensively tonight. Hits that free throw. That's only his 3rd point. Haven't had a lot of free throws in this one. Of course, after 80 free throw attempts on Tuesday night, we had our fair share then. Tonight, it's been a 3-point shot that's been on display. Campbell hit both for the Great Danes, and it's back to a 1-point Panthers lead, 54-53. Roy, Johnson, Warren Newsom, Abram, as Albany shows zone for the first time tonight. Looks like a 1-3-1 or thereabouts. Warren Newsom rises for 3 over the zone, rolls it off. Abram offensive rebound. Out for Roy. Fakes the pass, drives into the teeth of the zone and lays it in. Well, you can beat the zone by shooting over it. Carson tried that, didn't work. You can beat the zone by attacking it. Darius did, and that was successful. 56-53. Loose on the floor, out near the top. Warren Newsom dives, ties it up. Arrow keeps it with Albany, though, as he was able to go down to the hardwood and tie it up with Cameron Healy. Roy, by the way, has 8 in the game. Still Jake Wright, the only Panther in double figures. But there are 2, 4, 6, 8 players that have tallied so far tonight for Milwaukee. 56-53. 15 on the shot clock for the Great Danes, with Milwaukee up by 3. Healy back to Luka, baseline, falling out of bounds, and stepped over the baseline. Tried to save it. So it's a turnover for Albany, and that is their 5th. (56-53) Panthers with the possession. First ever meeting between the Albany Great Danes and the Milwaukee Panthers. Warren Newsom against the zone, steps to his left, shot fake. Abram right back to Carson in the paint, traveled. So Albany flashes zone on back-to-back possessions by Milwaukee. Panthers successful on the first attempt. Warren Newsom got himself in decent position, but then turned it over. It's the 9th giveaway, make it the 8th for Milwaukee tonight. Still a 3-point Panthers lead, a little over half of the second half remaining. Deep 2, right side, missed by Miller. Loose to the far side, and it will stay with Albany. Ricocheted off of one of the Panthers over there, couldn't tell who. Now Mark Riggs is just kind of playing peacemaker over there, one of the officials. He'll give Rayshawn Miller a chance to inbound. Now Mark Riggs still playing peacemaker. Still just calming everybody down. That's an example of one of the little things the referee does that I think fans don't always realize. Carrying violation. How about that? Ahmad Clark carrying it out near the top. He was guarded, but I wouldn't say closely even. So Albany, that's consecutive possessions. Just 6 on the night, but 2 in the last 45 seconds maybe. Under 10 to go in the game. Milwaukee with it, up 3. Warren Newsom in the corner. They work it up top. Albany showing the zone. Tough to tell if it's a 2-3 or a 1-3-1, the way they're melding. Roy in the paint, leans, scores, and a foul. Well, it would appear that the successful formula against the zone would be attack. And Darius Roy, the attacker. D. Roy, an opportunity for a 3-point play. Vance Johnson leaves, Amir Allen checks in. That foul is against Ahmad Clark. It's only his first. 3rd against Albany as a team in the half, and Darius Roy sinks the free throw. Roy into double figures with that 3-point play. 7 of his 11 in this half, and the Panthers up by 6, 59-53. Panthers have led by as many as 11, but that was midway through the first half. Campbell skips, corner right. Out top, Clark. Back to the corner from Miller. His open 3 is good. Rayshawn Miller from downtown, his 3rd 3-pointer. And he has 9, all of it from the arc. 59-56, back to a 3-point Panthers lead with Sessoms playing on the floor now for Milwaukee. Roy between the circles, Pat Baldwin directing his junior point guard with 10. Out near the top, drive, skip, Sessoms, couple of pump fakes, and he dragged the pivot foot, turned it over. Faked himself out of the own possession. For Milwaukee, their 9th giveaway. So back to a 3-point lead for the Panthers, and it's in the hands of Albany. Clark, he goes up, poked out by Roy, but it caroms to his left. Miller has it. Miller, he travels and he turns it over. Whoa. 3 turnovers on Albany's last 4 possessions. It's all the more startling because they only have 7 in the game. 59-56, Sessoms is out. And for Milwaukee, Jake Wright back on the floor. Wright, the story early and often. 18 points tonight. Jake on 6 made 3s, 1 off a career best. Roy left of the lane, defender flops. Roy deflects the shot off of Albany's Kendall Lauderdale. So Milwaukee keeps baseline left with 8:16 to go and 14 on their shot clock. Substitution for the Great Danes, Brent Hank for Kendall Lauderdale. Lauderdale's given head coach Will Brown some pretty good minutes tonight. 10 on the shot clock for the Panthers, and it's Abram from the left wing, popping, missing, Kiram to the top, Roy the rebound. Panthers another possession here with a little over 8 to go in the game, up by 3. Roy, traffic, swings, Warren Newsom fakes the 3, pulls up baseline, in and out. There's Allen, offensive rebound to score. And Amir Allen, the sophomore from New Jersey, with 8. 61-56. Panthers have been over 50% all night long. They haven't been below 50% for a single moment of this game. They're at 55 right now. 7:33 to go. Clark splits defenders and a reach-in. He split Abram and Allen. And they'll get the reach-in Friday night.